What's up, Rip 6 Scholars? Mr. Sapia here, coming at you again. And in the spirit of providing as much support as I can to help you be successful to meet the lesson goal, I've created yet another video for you. Now keep in mind, you could watch this video, but you don't have to watch this video. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be continuing to learn about the Neolithic Era and understand its importance on the history of the world. So basically what I want you guys to do is I'm going to have you guys reread document 3, which you see in front of you right now, after I read it and break it down and show you notes. That way you'll be successful in answering the guiding question. The guiding question for the day is, based on this document, identify one important result of the Neolithic Revolution. So what we're going to do is we're going to start up here with document 3. Then, about 6000 BC, which stands for before Christ, and somewhere in the Near East, as far as we know, the Neolithic way of life began. It is called Neolithic, the New Stone Age, as Mesolithic means middle, and Paleolithic means Old Stone Age. Because older anthropologists saw everything in the light of stonework and thought of this period as the age of polished stone axes. But it means, rather, a state of culture in which food is planted and bred, not hunted and gathered, in which food is domesticated, not wild. A couple things I want to point out in that first paragraph, as you can see, is I highlighted some words in red. Neolithic meaning the New Stone Age, Mesolithic, which is a new term for you, which means middle, and Paleolithic, which you know means the Old Stone Age. You'll also notice here that I highlighted the word anthropologist right here, and you'll notice that this box over here pops up giving you the definition of what anthropologist is. It's the science of beginning and development of humans. I've also done some highlighting here where it says food is planted and bred, which really is another one of our vocabulary words, which is agriculture. And the last word is domesticated, to make useful for humans. So what I try to do is I try to take your prior learning from the vocabulary to help you understand this passage. Now as we scroll down, starting right here, if we had to choose the greatest single change in human history right up to the present, this would be it. I mean, of course, a change by cultural evolution as distinct from a biological change like standing erect or gradually becoming able to use culture and language in the first place. And I don't mean that this change was sudden or dramatic to those who were changing, as though a light were being switched on. It was dramatic, but long after, in its consequences, because everything else we have achieved flowed out of this as a beginning. Now I want to quickly go back to the beginning where it says if we have to choose the greatest single change in human history, this would be it. What the author is referring to is the Neolithic Revolution. This was a huge, huge change in the history because it really dealt with agriculture and settling. It was a big shift. We still do things today that were learned during the Neolithic Revolution. Where it says here, as distinct from the biological change like standing erect, that just means basically standing up straight, which you should all be doing right now, because your blood flows through your body and your brain works more. The next part that I've highlighted, it says it was dramatic, but long after in its consequences, because everything else we have achieved flowed out of this beginning. So if I click here, it says we have flowed out of this beginning. Now, the notes down here basically say, we can infer the author is saying that because of the progress from the Neolithic era, we are still using the tools and ideas they created, like settlements and agriculture. So this last paragraph basically, in my eyes, is fairly complex. So again, I wanted to break it down a little bit for you, but I also don't want to give you every piece of information for it. So what I would like for you guys to do right now is I would like you guys to break up. You may have flexible seating, and I would like you to reread this passage or rewatch this video and answer this question on the bottom. Based on this document, identify one important result of the Neolithic Revolution. As always, don't forget to have your opening sentence by turning the question around, your evidence from the text, and, you guessed it, underlining it, as well as your closing sentence, restating your opening sentence. Good luck.